Okay, I'm back. I think I'm back. Let's see what YouTube says. I think I'm back. Okay, YouTube says that I'm streaming. So let me duplicate this. Or will it let me pop out from here? Okay, so I got to duplicate this. I got to get another window open. Then I have to go back to my channel. And then I can pop this out. Let me test my audio here. Okay. Okay, so I need to turn this off. And turn this off. I think that's it as far as that goes. Yeah, what happened was I think the reason that YouTube wasn't starting up is just it was, the circle saying preparing is because I still had the base resolution to the 2560 by 1440, something like that, for the other. So it looks like if I do want to do that, I won't be able to stream on YouTube unless I get some kind of thing set up with YouTube. So let me go ahead and tell people, by the way, the stream has started. Let's see. X. Copy this. Okay, we do the Friday edition of the stream. Torquay United episode 15. Back to the brief live shape. Okay. We're also going to do some out of the park baseball 25 and 27. And I'll try to remember to change my Twitch update information. Okay. I don't know why that's coming to the channel. Strategy stream. Okay. Episode 15. Sounds good. All right. So where are we? We've got this open, this open, this open, this open, this open. I don't think I need to have this open. Maybe I do. I got chat open, edit, task manager, streamer ad, streamer health, core temp, streamer deck. I don't think I need this one open. And football manager. Okay. So let's go to football manager. Why not? Oh, I ignore anything right now that says anything about ads because I'm not doing ads because I just been messing around with all this stuff and so testing 1 2 on YouTube. Yeah, there's about a 5 to 8 second delay, I would say. All right, so we are going to go into our game here, and we're going to say, look, we're going to pick the best 11. I want the best 11. Okay. Isles is injured, so I think probably on that side we're going to go with Young. We'll leave Low Everton on the bench. And what does he want to play over here? He wants to play inside forward. Okay. That's what he wanted last time. So we got all of our best players on the pitch. Now what I want to do is I want to come over here and go pick roles. In possession, I want to pick roles for our Gegenpress, you know. And I also want to go positive. I want to play on the front foot. Excuse me. Wow, that was good. So now on our bench, clear our subs and pick subs. Let's have them pick our subs. Unpicked positions only. Okay. They kind of play the same position. Pilling can play defensive midfield. But who else might I have? And then we have Tabor up here also. Who might I have back there? O'Connell, because I don't have any defensive midfield replacements for these guys. I mean, Pilling can go in there. O'Connell's also 2.5 stars. Pilling, you are 2.5 stars as a deep line playmaker. But Pilling can also play up front if I need him to on the right. You are kind of a Low Everton clone. Low Everton's 2.5 stars there. Brazier, you're 3. Okay, well, what are you on the right? 2.5. 2.5. Low Everton, you are 2.5. 2.5. But you are 3 stars in the middle, which is where I might need you. You've got a better rating too. Actually, I think I'm going to leave Low Everton in there, put O'Connell in for midfield. Okay. Shorter, higher standard. I'm going to do balanced dribbling because my guys dribble. It seems like every time they dribble, they give up the ball. Creative freedom, balance, standard. Okay. His first touch is 11, so maybe we should try doing a progress. Try distributing it to the playmaker. Dagenham and Dagenham and Redbridge. That's in 3 days. Okay, we are where? Where's our day right here? Okay. We lost to Markham 3-2. Okay, we lost against Arsenal under 21s 3-2 on a penalty like in the last, well, when was it? Yeah, penalty in the 74th minute. And a minute later we scored the what would have been the drawing goal. So yeah, penalty here. And then against Morecambe, we had an own goal in the 85th minute. So go figure. The game doesn't like me. Dagenham and Redbridge is 18th. We have Crew and the FA Cup. So I should have enough time to play a full squad here and then a full squad here, I think. Let's see where our boys are as far as tiredness. Match load. Very heavy for Arboma? Really? Very heavy for Young? Well, we can rest you guys. We bring overall risk. Only 2 of my players are in overall risk of low. Young and Osho. Osho's on very light. These guys are all heavy with very high injury risk. But I don't want to play a completely rotated team. Not really. We've lost 2 in a row. Let's just go with what we got. Okay, 3 days. Any news? We followed a late defeat again. Where's the one where we lost to yeah, we fall to late defeat here. It doesn't say that, but we did. I don't need these on. I am back, by the way. I don't need this. Let's go over here. I would like to get something, though. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Oof. I am. I have to say, though, rather pleased with myself that I was able to figure out that window setup that I had. Well, I mean, I can't show you. Can I show you? Let's see if I can show you the window setup that I had. Yeah, so to me, this just looks cleaner. The screen isn't being cluttered up by my camera being here, like now. But it looks like it's a little bit harder to read. And so I guess I could increase the font. I could try doing that. I didn't even think of that. Maybe I'll try that tomorrow. Anyway, I told you I was going to go get something, and I did. I got some of this. This is called Biscoff. It is a speculoos cookie. Go this way a little bit. Yeah. Speculoos cookie. Get them at Costco. You can get them at World Market. And it's very tasty. It's cookie biscuit kind of thing. So, yeah, I like them. They're really good. And I got my coffee here that I haven't even tasted yet. They've been so focused on working on the stream. I might skip right through this coming up ad break also. I had been absolutely furious. This guy's good, Edozi. Oh, we're showing great progress. We're favorites. It's good. Okay, crossing. He wants us to do invite crosses. He wants us to play through the press. Play through the press. He wants us to go up the left side. Yep. I knew it. At least yesterday, in the game against Morecambe, he told us to go up the right side. I'm going to try going through the middle. I'm going to try going through the middle. Or maybe I should distribute to the flanks, yeah, and going up the flanks. But I'm going to say flanks. Let's distribute to the fullbacks and go up the flanks. Both flanks. Oh, let's see. Would help reduce goals conceded inside the area. Play a lower line of engagement, and then shoot from anywhere. Working the ball into the box. Well, that's what I try to do, and these guys just don't do it. You know, they just want to whack at the ball. We're going to lower the tempo because I've heard that also can help reduce long shots. Also attacking with narrower. Be more disciplined with our passing. How about pass to feet? Okay. Where are we on? We don't have any dropped frames. That's nice. Oh, I didn't even look at those last few emails because I was looking at the tactical advice. But every time you go out of this screen to look at a different screen, it goes up to the next email. And it did that like 3 times because I went out. I was checking the tactical advice and then going out, going up here, and then coming back. And then it pops up to the next email instead of staying on the email that you're on. They need to fix that. I mean, that needs to be fixed. Come on. Really frustrating. This stuff just doesn't seem to be getting done. They're probably too busy working on international play and on multiplayer that they're just too busy to fix those things that shouldn't be in the game. Jeff's coming back. They already told me that these were succeeded, all of them. He's not required. Today. Who do I have? Tabor, Low Everton, Pilling. I'm resting. Am I resting Young? No. Let's have Low Everton come in for Young. You can always have Sam come in for Arabona, Bomo, or Mifune. Or is this heavy? So let's have Golden come over here. And then we'll have Denzi come in. He's on heavy also. Let's see. He played in the last game, I think. I don't know. I don't know if Golden played in the last game. No, he's light. So we'll switch this up again. Okay, I think we're gonna go with this. We have Thompson and goal. Across the back is gonna be Owers, Mifune, Ice Cream, and Golden. And Golden Ice Cream. Nice. We're gonna have in midfield Manser and JJ. Got Low Everton, Howard, and Osho backing up Hugel. I think Hugel is going to be my striker going forward because Tabor is just, he's not with it. He's just not doing it. So could even have Young possibly play up there. Brazier, you can't play up there. Okay. How about Howard? You also cannot play up there. I think Low Everton can play up there. No, he can be trained to play up there. Osho? Nope. Welch? Nope. Let's see. Isles can. So maybe we'll have Isles back up Hugel. Let's go to his individual training. Can I get there from here? We want him to be general rehab. Now, do I have these guys assigned? I think I'm just going to have them be standard. Maybe they get confused when they're told to mark a specific player. And they're just like, who do I mark? Who do I mark? Like I said, maybe in higher leagues. Now these guys all leave set up that way to mark the wings. But maybe in the higher leagues you can do stuff like that and the guys will be okay with it. But maybe down here, not so much. I think we're going to have Brazier come in. We're going to rest Young. Tabor. And we're going to rest Young. So on the bench, we've got Flavel, Tabor, Pilling. Tabor, Brazier, Pilling, O'Connell, Denzi, and Araboma. And we already reviewed it, so let's do it. He may struggle to see out the match. We'll see about that. Jack Kingdon, never press. Let's see if they change it in the thing. Never press Jack Kingdon. Never press Jack Kingdon. Triggering a press when the ball's played to Mackenzie Inman should help our chances of winning. Whatever I can do to help our chances of winning, I'm all for it. I like our uniforms. Look at those. Those look nice, sharp. They're going to be grass stained. Golden's kind of dancing around there, gives the ball over to Dreyer. Dreyer gets it to Mafuni. Mafuni up to Everton. And Golden gets the ball back to JJ. They're playing around there with the ball. Cross it in. And that will go for a corner. Owers takes the corner. And he gets it up. Low Everton gets it over to Owers. Nice. Intricate pass work there, JJ. Get it in. Oh, that was Osho. Hit the side netting. It went over the net. But somehow it ricocheted back off here and then hit the side netting. They got some of their own little intricate passing going on here. There. Owers gets it. Gives it to Manser. They play it out. Mafuni doesn't know what to do with it. Advance it up the pitch. That's what you do with it. Advance it towards their goal. My goal is that you should get goals. That's your goal. That's our goal, is to get goals. There it is. Oh, should have taken that shot, JJ. Should have taken that shot. And that's a bad pass by Golden. It gives it right to him. Hugo gets it over to Everton. Everton brings it up. Looking in the center, gives it to Manser. Manser over to JJ. JJ over to Osho. Got kind of longer pass there. Owers gets it to JJ. JJ. Low Everton's dispossessed. Owers got the ball back. Long highlight here. And we go over the net again. Ripples the side netting. Yeah, I saw that. It rippled it. The wind from the ball going over the goal rippled the side netting. 9th minute, we got another longish highlight. I might just do one game today. These highlights are so long. Or maybe these lower tier matches, I'll just auto instant. Don't press him, Hugo. I told you guys. I said don't press him. Press them at your own risk. That was nice of Thompson. He saw Sowuni coming up, and he came out and got the ball. That's good. Drive it inside. Nice, nice, nice. Was he onside? The referee's backing up towards the center circle. Looks like he was. Osho gets in a good cross here. See Low Everton? There he is. He just takes it on the volley. Boom. As soon as I get a chance, I'm going to praise my players. I don't care if it is only one goal. I want them to hear me clapping my hands on the sidelines. Saying, come on, boys. Happy, happy face, happy face, happy face, happy face, happy face. What's wrong with you, Grumpy? So I guess the choice to play Low Everton over there was a good choice. Or is this coming over on his side? Switch up the sides. Nobody knows if they should shoot because I told them all your lousy shots don't shoot. They're not sure if they should shoot or not. If they're not, what I would probably tell them, if there's a shot and you're not sure if you should take it, don't take it, because you know how I'll react. I'll be like, what? Oh, he had Low Everton. Low Everton was running into that space there. Oh, yeah. Okay, goal. Joe Hugel. Got it. He was onside, right? Wonderfully crafted. My daughter would be proud of me because my daughter loves crafting. She would be proud of me. She'd say, Dad, that was wonderfully crafted. I'd say, thank you, honey. So sweet of you. I get to shout praise at him again. Let's see if Grumpy will get happy here. Why aren't they happy? I shouted praise. How come they're not happy? What's the matter? Interesting. He's on a 7.4. Should be happy he just scored a goal. That was a little bit too long. That's why I'm saying pass to feet. Don't pass to out of touch. Or don't pass into touch. So anything outside the main area of the pitch here is called touch, because that's the only place anybody but a goalkeeper can touch the ball with their hands. Unless they're setting up for a free kick or a penalty or something like that. But otherwise, Thompson comes out and grabs it again. Thompson doing work. I'm going to check on something here. Get my headphones. I'm going to get Australia. I got to go down here. Okay, so now, can we hear any game audio coming through? Do I have game audio on? That's the question. I guess it doesn't matter. I would say we're quite dominating this match. But we just gave it. Osho, you just gave him the ball. Here, you play with it. I'm done. Coach said he's taking me off in a couple of minutes. I'm done playing with this ball. That wasn't bad by Osho. At least he came back to the pass. But again, I'm telling them don't pass into space. And let's see, JJ gets that out. He heads it to safety. Is that a throw in? Yeah, okay. 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 Howard gets the ball. Who's he going to give it to? Gives it to Everton. Everton gives it to Owers. Owers gives it back to Everton. Into Howard in the midfield. Attacking midfielder, Howard. JJ, nice, nice. Well, that's a trip, ref. Yellow card, please. That was a cynical foul. Quite cynical. And we just kick it out of bounds. That's what we did the last two games. Arsenal, Morecambe. We must have kicked it into touch like half a dozen times in each game. Like, don't do that, boys. Come on. Now they're happy. Howard's still a grumpy goose. Manser's not real happy. I'm going to praise him again. Can I? Can I shout at them again? Shout praises to them. You guys are playing great. You guys are the best team in the National League. We're going to get automatically promoted this year. Nice. That was a nice move by Owers. He likes to run past his man, but then he got tackled. But then we tackled the ball back. See, that's the difference between English and European football. Well, any non-American football, basically, is that, except for I think Australian football, is that you don't tackle the man, you tackle the ball. Now, sometimes the man that is controlling the ball that you're tackling, like that was a tackle right there, Schilling. He tackled the ball and knocked it away from Owers. Now Schilling wasn't able to get up fast enough to control the ball. Owers got the ball back, but that's a tackle, and that was a good tackle. And then they kick it out into touch. We are just dominating. I don't think we need to go attacking. Again, you guys, don't I think discourage dribble. Well, no, I think I'm going to I've already done it though. I've already done it on my guys. Like JJ, his dribbling is a 9. So I have him on standard dribbling. Manser's dribbling is a 6. So I have him, he is my playmaker. So I'm going to tell him just basically look for a pass. Owers dribbling is a 9. So I must have him on standard. Golden's dribbling is a 9. So I have him on, I'm going to put him on standard. Oh, Everton. See, I don't even know if you click on this, if it saves it for that player. I don't know. It doesn't seem to. Apply to player. This player will use these instructions as playing as attacking midfielder left. It shouldn't just, here's, okay. If somebody is a lousy shot and you set them to shoot less often, it shouldn't matter where they're playing. Now, if you remember, I have them set to shoot less often, and for some reason you have them playing up at striker, yeah, you might want to change that back. But this should just be, this player will use these instructions, period. Not when playing, it doesn't matter what position they're playing. If they're a lousy dribbler and you tell them don't dribble the ball so much, it shouldn't matter where they are on the pitch. His finishing's 10, long shots 10, so we have him on standard shooting. Dribbling 12. So you, Osho, I think we're going to put on dribble more. Yeah. But your first touch is 8, marking, crossing 11. Finishing is 6, long shots is 4. So we have you set shoot less often. Yeah. So, I mean, it really shouldn't matter, in my opinion. It shouldn't matter. So your dribbling is 9. Your finishing is 13. Your long shots are 10. So we want you to shoot more often. We have that set up that way. We want you to do standard dribbling. But it doesn't matter. It just doesn't, the thing, see what I would like too is I would like a save button on the screen. A save button. Okay? Let me know that I am saving settings to my game instead of just me jumping out and then I come back in the next game and nothing is the same. Dribbling 5, so we want you to dribble less. First touch, heading, finishing, long shots, we want you to shoot less because you're not very good at shooting. Passing is 12. You can take a few more risks with your passing. Sam, your ice cream's delicious, Sam. Finishing's 4, long shots are 11. You definitely shoot less. Your passing, though, is 11. So we're going to let you take more risks with your passing. Your dribbling is 9, so we're going to let you dribble a little more if you want to. Okay? All right. Here we go. Okay. We just had Alexander Garnacho bring that list in to give to today's captain, who is who? Thompson? Mifuni's happy with that. See, that was a nice tackle by Osho. He tackled the ball. That one over. Thompson's who's going to give it to? He's going to give it to the playmaker. Golden brings it up. Cross it in, Golden. Cross it in. There it is. So Barton gets the ball, brings it up. Low Everton's chasing him after a long run up the pitch. How's Low Everton doing? He's doing good. They're all doing good as far as their stamina goes. That's out for another goal kick from Torquay. How is everybody doing today? Hey, let's see, 11:58, 12:01. Oh, that was 20 minutes ago. I'm sorry. What will I do when the opponent changes their tactics during the match? Hey, J-Play. I'll just have to wait and see. Let me tell you, I got a few bones to pick on that front. First of all, I do not really have a tablet available to me. Like my assistant coach gives me tactical advice before the game. I don't have access to that now. My scouts give me a scouting report on the other team. I don't have access to that now. You only have access to that when you look at it. If you roll it over to the next day, it's gone. You click on it, and if you click on that email in your message list where you get scouting reports, you click on it the next day, it's gone. So to me, it's not really a tablet system. That's why the coaches are always standing up against they're always in their coaching box because there's no tablets on the sidelines. I guess they can't afford them at this level. But then you also have the messages that come in down here from your assistant, but they're there and then they're gone. I mean, if you blink, you're going to miss it, and you can't really follow what your assistant's telling you. If you're doing something else, you're looking at something else. Yeah, it's there for a few seconds, then it's gone. So, yeah, I'll probably look at their tactics again I'll look at their tactics at halftime. They don't have a shot on target yet, but they do have a .05 xG. Not really sure how that works. Everton gets it in. Was it offside? Yeah. I'm sorry I missed your message, Jay Play. I hope you're still here. I just get so engrossed in the game. I'm just like it's like watching a real game for me. Okay, Mafuni gets it. Everton. Nice. Orris just stands on the ball. He's satisfied to just let them come and get it from him. Oh, that's a free kick. That's a free kick to Torquay, ref, and that's like the second time that he's kicked my player. I wish you would stop him from doing that. Oh, that's something that was worked on it looks like that was something that was worked on the training ground, but Low Everton just didn't get over there fast enough. He didn't react quickly enough. Okay, we're getting the ball back. I've noticed it a lot more. Now, see, if Hugel had gone down there, that might have been a penalty. See, this doesn't work either. You can't go back. Now the game's frozen. The fans are getting into it over here. Okay. I'll tell you what. I've been playing a little bit of out of the park baseball. It is so much more. I know there are two different kinds of games, same genre, but two different sports. But it is so much better than Football Manager. So much better. They're happy. Is the clock running when I do this? No. These people are in the twilight zone. They're going to go home, and it's always going to be 7:37. They're going to wander around for their lives going, why isn't anybody moving? Is this a new bug? Anybody know? You can leave a message in chat on YouTube. Just let me know if this is like a new bug. I think I think I'm just gonna have to how about if I shout at my players, praise them? Maybe they'll start moving. I think I'm just gonna have to instant it. It's locked. Maybe if I change the type of it's just frozen. It's frozen. Let me Google. It's going to say, this is the known bug that we know about. Football Manager 26. Is there a bug when you try to rewind to look at a previous action by a team? Yes, there are multiple reported bugs and usability issues with the rewind, timeline, and match play functions in Football Manager 26. Frozen replays. The replay sometimes freezes, sticks on the warm-up screen, or gets stuck on the wrong pass, often resulting in a soft lock where the user cannot skip or continue. Okay, Steam. Let's go out to Steam. Maybe do a couple of things in Steam. Click, 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 click. Click, 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 click. Go back into the game. Click, 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 click. Click, 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 click. Nope. So I guess I'm just going to instant this one because that's all. Hopefully it'll let me instant it. Turn dominance into victory. What did we win? 3-0. Okay. JJ scored at some point. This game is just so unpolished. Is it fun to play? Yes, it's fun to play. Is it buggy? Yeah, it's buggy. Is it? Okay, so there's two different things I'm going to talk about here. Okay. Hang on. I will be back in a moment. Thanks for giving me a break. That was my wife. She's going to stop and do some shopping today, so she wanted to know what we needed, possibly. So, you know what I think right now? I think that's going to do it for me for FM26 right now. I think I'm going to jump over into Out of the Park Baseball. Saved this game a couple of times. All right. Then I'm over here. We're going to go to. So let me see. We can do this again real quick. Okay. All right, so run a form. Next episode, we'll do a FA Cup first round. I might play, well, I can't play games off. We play this. I think I'm going to play some games offline and maybe even just instant result them so we can kind of get through the season because episodes are kind of backing up a little bit. But I was going to look at the fixture list. Matches, stages, calendars. How about a can I get a competition there we go. That's what I wanted to see. South Shields in second. Wow. So we have a 3-point lead on them. 16 matches played. So we're about a third of the way through the season. Yeah, because 48 would be 18. We play 46 games. Goal differential. Wow, they have a high goal differential too. We're going to have to watch it when we play them. We lost to them earlier in the season. So I would love to get automatically promoted this year so we don't have to go through the playoffs again. Anyway, yeah. But what I was going to say is this. I'll be right back. What I was going to say is this. Is the game fun? Yes, the game is fun. It's very fun. It's very fun setting up your players, getting new players in, getting them on loan, doing schedules, doing transfers, all that stuff, playing the games, the game engine. Is it fun? It is fun. Is it buggy? It's very buggy. Is it optimized? Now, there's two different ways to look at optimization. Is the game engine optimized? Is the user interface optimized? The user interface is way short of being optimized. The user interface, I talk about it all the time. There's just so many different things that are buggy. Like I was saying, when you click on something and then you go out of that screen and then you go back to that screen, it jumps up. It jumps up to the next message. If I'm looking at recruiting advice, well, okay, Dylan Freeman, what kind of recruiting advice should I do for him? Transfer list, he simply hasn't played enough soccer here. Okay, we'll do that. we're going to make Tommy Pilling a regular starter. But if I go out of this window, say I'm looking at my injury thing here and I want to look at my squad, my overall squad for injury stuff, fitness and all that. Okay. So ice cream's missed 2 days. Charlie O'Connell's missed. So go back to the main screen here. And it's jumped up here. I was looking at injury updates. It's jumped back up here. I want it to stay here. Now, there might be a way in the interface that you can do that. I haven't found it. So I want my email to stay here until I send it forward. Now, is there a way to do that I haven't found? You know, I'm not going to look for it now. Anyways, those are a couple of things that really bug me about the game. We'll go ahead and save. Oh, I wasn't even showing you. It wasn't even on camera because I wasn't interested enough to show you guys that it bugs me. So we're going to come back to that maybe next week. I got to change my thing here. No. Yeah, okay. So I want my category to be out of the park baseball 25. Okay, it went to it. So I'm just going to go on the out of park baseball 25 here just for a few minutes to check my Hey Icarus. Yeah, I'm out of Football Manager. I'm going to be jumping into out of the park baseball. And we're going to do that from here. And we're going to actually be doing that from my game capture Did I have a, did I didn't have a camera on. That's fine. I'm going to close this. Let's see if we can get back to winning ways. I got to go upstairs in a minute here and open the door for my wife. I have another view that I just set up today. And it looks like Anyways, my mic wasn't on because I'm a dope. Anyways, I like the clean look of this. How you've got your game window here, you've got the webcam here, you've got the chat here. I like how clean that looks. However, this is a very text-heavy game, and the text can be really small. Now, I haven't looked yet to see if I can change the resolution of the text. If I can make it bigger, I'll have to look at that. But I'd kind of like to go to a look like this that is more, that is just, it's a cleaner look. Because right now, if I go into my other screen, where I play Football Manager, and I go to the bottom right, you can see here where it will, I mean, it shows this a bigger portion of the screen, but this lower right-hand corner is hidden. Now, it might work better up here depending on what screen I'm on. But I guess for right now, we'll just do this. And I'll work on the other one. Check the audio real quick. Testing audio, 1, 2. Testing audio. Okay. Yeah, so there's this view where you've got, you've got my camera up here, which is covering up the submit team, and it's going to be covering up some other buttons and stuff. Or you can have, I didn't get any free packs. Usually I get a free pack when I log in. Anyways, maybe that's in the regular single player game. I'm not sure. I think it's supposed to be in this game. But let's see where we are. We're in the Central Division. We are the Mile High Mets. Now, you saw maybe before that I had a bunch of perfect points up here, which is what you use to buy cards. But I've spent all those to buy cards, and you can see your roster. You can have 26 players on your active roster. You can have up to 174 players on your reserve rosters for a total of 100 or 200 players. You can see right now that I have 126 on my reserve roster. You can come over here and manage your cards. So right now I've got between my active, my reserve, and my inactive cards, I've got a total of 372 players. And they are all ranked. They're just ranked based on an overall score of how well they are in pitching, if they're a pitcher, what pitches they have, overall how they are in their pitching position ratings. That's for fielding, I believe. And then batters are ranked based on their how well they avoid strikeouts, how well they get the ball into play, if they have gap power to hit like doubles and triples, their home run power, and their eye, which would determine how often they would take walks, for example. And then they're rated on their speed, steal tendency, steal ability, all that stuff. And then he can play in center field. That may be the only area that he can play in. It shows you his outfield range, his outfield error. The higher the number, the better. So like in this one, he's good at limiting errors when he plays in the outfield. He's really good at avoiding strikes. That's the highest I've ever seen. He's pretty good at getting the ball into play. He's pretty good in gap power, etc., etc. So I'm going to come over to my league screen here for my league. Now, I just bought this game last week. When you start the game, you get 6 packs of cards, and you get 1,000 perfect points. So what you do is you open up your pack of cards. Each pack of cards, standard pack has 6 cards in it. And I think you have a chance of getting a brass card or bronze card. So basically, the way the cards work is they are ranked based on. So they are ranked based on iron is 40 to 59. 60 to 69 is bronze. 70 to 79 is silver. So we got some bronze cards here. We've got some silver cards here. 70 to 79 are silvers. You can see there's more iron than there are bronze, than there are silver, than there are gold, than there are diamonds. So the next level is gold, and then you got diamonds that go 90 to 99, and then 100 to 105 are called perfect cards because they're pretty good. And then what you do, you get your cards. You come over to your manage roster. You click on your roster, your lineups. And I have 3 players that are on a hot streak. That's really good. But 2 of them aren't in starting lineup, so I need to fix that. You can come over here and you can ask your bench coach to generate depth charts, generate lineups, generate depth charts and lineups. You can go into your pitching and you can ask your pitching coaches or whatever, ask your bench coach. This is called your staff, and then this is called your bullpen. None of my staff are hot except for Harry Salmon. Harry. So I do need to look at my lineups and find out what's going on with this. Looks like Will Benson and Bo Naylor should be playing. So we're going to put Bo Naylor in at catcher. Will Benson, left field. Let's put you in since you're doing really well. And then also we'll do that with you guys against right-handers. 75 left, and he's in right. So Newt Barr is 64 and left. I don't know. Probably my guy. Probably when I asked my bench coach to set up lineups, he picked who he thought the AI thought was the best players in those positions. But you know what? When you got 2 guys on a hot streak, what do? You play them. You don't go, you're just a bench guy. You're not going to play. You sit on the bench. No, you play him. See, what the game likes to do is the game likes to do lefty versus righty matchups. So if you have a right-handed pitcher, theoretically, a right-handed pitcher will pitch better against a left-handed batter. A left-handed pitcher will pitch better against a right-handed batter. Or you can reverse that and say a left-handed batter will not bat as well against a right-handed pitcher as he would against a left-handed pitcher. And a right-handed batter will not bat as well against a left-handed pitcher as he would a right-handed pitcher. So the game likes to do matchups like that. If you tell the game to pick your lineups, they're going to try to match up lefty pitcher versus righty batter and righty pitcher versus lefty batter. But like I said, if somebody's hot, play them. If they're hot, play them. Don't go, yeah, no, yeah. So I'm supposed to get a free pack of cards for logging in. But let's see where my Mets are. Okay, Mets are number 1 in the Central. They got a 4-game lead on the Long Beach Lizards. We are 3rd. We're disconnected from the server. Please try to log in again. Well, I'm not doing that. Let's see. I'm going to turn this off. Like I said, we're in 3rd in the overall standings. I think 4 teams get promoted, 4 teams get relegated automatically to the next lower league. So we are in we're in an Iron League, and I think the league below that are rookie leagues. Anyways, we're gonna submit our team. Did our changes go through? This is really nice. You can bookmark a screen. Football Manager 26. You can bookmark any screen in this game that you want to save. And then you can go to that screen just by going down here and clicking on it. Football Manager 26. Did my lineups get saved? Nope, they didn't. That's frustrating. I want Will Benson and Bo Naylor playing. And I want them playing against the left-handers too. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go out. Oh, I got thrown off there. Did I show that? Yeah, see, these guys are hot. And the AI wasn't playing them. So I'm like, well, if Bo Taylor's on a hot streak, I want him playing. I don't care about lefty righty matchup. I don't care. If he's hot, I want him playing. So that's what I'm going to do. So here we're going to go to start screen. Okay, that's perfect team. I'm going to click on load game. Now I'm supposed to get cards. I'm supposed to get a card pack. And it's not giving me a card pack. I don't know why. I don't know why. Now, I also had several saved games, but it says that there's no... I'm just going to start up a new game. I'm just going to go with a new standard game. I'm just going to do, it's like a tutorial game. So I'm just going to do, because I haven't played this version of the game. And this is like, in my opinion, just watching videos and stuff, this game is like, the single player game of this is like Football Manager on steroids. It's just unbelievable. I'm going to call this Twitch tutorial. And I'm going to play as the Rockies. It does take a while for this to fire up. Oh, I gotta change this. Okay, that's updated. Colorado Rockies. That's kind of cool. It changes the outline of the color to the team colors. I like that. Now, the guy that I've been watching on YouTube, named S3Ep15, Teeclev. I like to give credit where credit's due. He says he likes to play as GM, just the GM, because that way he says he gets to hire and fire the manager, the team manager, and stuff like that. He said, if there's anything that you want to do that the manager would do, and you wouldn't be allowed to because you're not the manager, you're just the general manager, you can always come back into the screen. You can click on commissioner mode. Commissioner mode allows you to control everything in the game, not just what the general manager would control, but also the manager, and change everything. S3Ep15 also recommends you click on cannot be fired. Said because there's nothing worse than starting up a new game, getting a few months in, and you get fired. Because you can't be fired. And he also suggests that you use majors as the game difficulty. This is like the default. They have added, I guess, a few new. Minors is very easy, like easy. And then they've added a couple other difficulty modes. This is a couple of difficulty modes. Majors is the default original mode. So that's S3Ep15. T is in Tom. EECLEV. S3Ep15. Teeclev as in Victor. So then we click here. I'm just playing. He likes to play with everything on that we found out there. Actually, you know what? I think I want to go back. Can I go back? Yes. because what I want to do is, I didn't want to stop the game completely. He plays with all this on, he said, for the flavor. So there's a lot of news reports, a lot of stories. Again, it's a storytelling game. Like Football Manager, it's a storytelling game about you being the manager or the general manager of a Major League Baseball team. He has this on and he has this on because this will start on March 1st. But he turns everything on. I'm just going to have for this game here. Tutorial. Twitch. Colorado Rocks. I wonder if it's going to let me save this. Like this, going to say there's already a game by that name. Okay, Colorado Rockies. Jim Smith. General manager. Cannot be fired. Majors. Start game. I'm having an Easter cookie. Welcome to Out of the Park. These tutorials will aim to break down different screens for you while you play. If you choose to disable them, you will always be able to turn them back on in the game settings. Next step. Top section contains drop-down menus that will be your primary way of navigating directly to other screens, changing settings, playing out games, and advancing days. These menus will always be located here. The continue button can also be used to advance the game, and you can configure it to suit your own personal game flow. This lower area is where you will find the content of each screen. So I think what I'm going to do is, first thing I'm going to do is go into settings. This is what he shows you to do also. Icon bar, I want to have that on the left because that's where he has his. Kind of used to it already. He tells you, you can go in and see. This screen is where all your news and mail will be stored. If you receive important news or mail, you'll automatically brought here directly from whatever screen you were on previously, but be sure to check back frequently for all other messages. You can change what news and mail you receive with these settings. Charlie Monfort is the owner of the Colorado Rockies. Biff, welcome to the Colorado Rockies organization. I trust that our working relationship will be a good one. I will submit some new goals each year that I would like to see you accomplish. As well as winning on the field and turning a profit, completing these goals is the best way to keep me happy. Play close to 500 ball this season, upgrade at first base, find a top 20 prospect, build a top 6 minor league system, increase fan interest, keep building your team up in order to reach the playoffs in the next 5 seasons. I will check on periodically through the year with your I will check in periodically throughout the year with your progress. Good luck, Charlie Monfort. Now, it's interesting because in one of the games that I saw, the owner said, "Talk to you next year. Good luck." I'm like, oh, okay. Going off planet or something for a year? I don't mind seeing this. No. As I alluded to, I did watch some of T. Clev's, actually quite a bit. He's got like an hour and a half video on how to get started. Actually, it's how to get started, like half an hour. This one is more like, what are all the screens? What's the interface like? That was like an hour and a half. I watched all of that. But I also watched his how to get started. Just like Lelujo does videos, you know, what I do before I hit continue for the first time. So we actually have a Windows D. Yeah. The first thing we do is look at the team overview, front office finances. I'm really not going to be able to. I should probably send this to my phone. If I'd be able to view this on my phone. Let me try that. Let's see. Let's go with this. Let's go here. Let's go inbox. Let's go compose to me. I'm going to do an attachment. The attachment's going to be this. And we're going to send it. Let's see if I can find that on my downloading file. What do I want to read it with? Docs? Just once? Sure. I can only view it if I upload it to Google Docs. Okay, but it's coming up, so I'm happy about that. Oh dear. My I should probably stop my I probably should have stopped my my YouTube stream because now it's saying that YouTube thinks that I'm playing. I'm just going to leave it like that. I'll fix it later. Where's the game? There's the game. Okay. So first thing to do before you hit continue, team overview. You look at front office. You want to come down to your team here. So this is me, Biff Gimbel. These are my tabs here. This is Major League Baseball. This is our tabs here, Colorado. So we click on that. Welcome to the home screen. Here to see an overview, team cleaning, rosters, injuries, and more. We've got 2 more tutorials to look at. You can change individual sections of the screen by using these drop downs, these menu drop downs. If you're using this button to adjust the overall area of the screen to your liking. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think actually this is, it's interesting. It'd be interesting really if this is something that, I mean, you would think that maybe that somebody in the Football Manager team, development team, would have looked at this game and said, well, it just came out a month ago, but let's say they looked at Out of the Park 26, which may have had this same feature, and they might have gone, maybe we should let our players do something like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go, T-Clev has his set up where he has his, your last game set up here. But first, what you do is you come over here to screen setup. You guys are just going to go like, what? Columns 5. Okay, team schedule. We want the team schedule here, but we don't want the who's hot here. Okay, we're going to come over here, and for team schedule right here, we're going to tell it to change the size of that. Instead of being 1-to-1, we're going to call it to be a 2-to-1. And it's going to fill up this whole area and kick out the other one. Don't exactly remember the rest of these that he had. But yeah, you saw here where you can set up how many rows you want. We've got 3 rows. How many columns you want. We've got 5 columns. You can set it up however you want. And you can put in there whatever you want. Okay, over here, I know that this is team position rankings. No. This is team, well, I don't want to focus too much on this, but you can change all this. You can change all of it. But so let's go into front office and finances. This screen provides full overview of the team's finance teams preseason. You can customize the layout of the screen and view other financial information using these drop-down menus. Okay, so we want to look at finances. Where do we rank in the league as far as finances go? We have the 20th largest budget in the league. We have the 19th largest player payroll, which seems to be, I guess, pretty good because you're kind of matching these up. You're trying to match these up. Total money versus extension money. Those are pretty good too. Team focus. This is what your owner believes you're in the process of doing. You're rebuilding. And to be honest, the Rockies have been rebuilding for about 20 years. That's the last time they really did anything of import in the postseason. Shows you here your market size and fan loyalty. Average market size Fan loyalty is pathetic because the Rockies are pathetic. That's why fan loyalty is pathetic. Fan interest, uh, Coors Field, where the Rockies play, is more of a social gathering place for people. It's right in downtown Denver, from an office building a few blocks away. You can get there in like 20 minutes, 20-minute walk, stop to have a beer on the way or something. But it's more of a social gathering place for people than it is actually for people to go and watch baseball. Why? Because the baseball is pathetic. So, attendance info, ticket prices, they haven't changed ticket prices. That's good because people would rebel against the ownership if they did that. They've got the same number of season tickets. Maybe this is going to change here. They're actually projecting 619 more, a 10% increase in season tickets, attendance per game, revenue per game, 600,000. So this gives you all the information on the expenses of the team. Again, you can change all these things to your liking, but this kind of gives you an overview of the finances of the team, the money. Where's the money coming from? Where is it going? And right here, you can see that the total amount for 2025 was 201,105,899. So now we can assess the roster. We can go to lineups. Welcome to the team lineup screen. If you control a team, here you can view your team's batters and set your lineups. Drag and drop players to move them around. Just like I was showing you with Perfect Team. You just move players around, dragging and dropping them. Kind of like in Football Manager. And we're looking at overview right now. Strengths and weaknesses. So these are our batters, not our pitchers. Pitchers are going to be here. Hi. You can look at the depth chart. This will give you an idea of who your starters would be, who would be backing them up. But from right here, you can kind of see where your strengths are, where your weaknesses are. Now, you don't want to look at the default screen. You probably want to look at the batting screen. And again, you'd want to go with who's my best hitters, very mediocre hitters. You've got some that are good at getting the ball into the field. Probably we're going to be, I don't know if this, we don't necessarily want BABIP for all these things. We want it for, we want to see things broken out between left-hander and right-hander. It gives you a better idea. And this one, we are going to be concerned about gap power because we want to know, how well are they going to get the ball into the gaps to try to generate doubles and singles. So he did say that while you're going through these screens, while you're going through assessing the roster, start getting your lineup set. If this is the team that we start the, if this is the team that we have to start the league, then let's get the lineup set and see where we're at as far as that goes. So now I'm going to save this right away. Do batter ratings new. So I've been playing this game on my laptop too. I have my laptop's like 8, 9 years old. And these games play really well on my laptop. I haven't done any like games where you're actually watching the players out on the field play. I've just been playing around with Perfect Team, but plays fine on my laptop. So we're going to go contact. Okay, I need to get rid of the general contact one. Right there at the top. So now we're going to go, like I said, you got right-handed on the left, left-handed on the right. Can you move these? I don't think so. Maybe. So we're going to go contact on the right. That's gap. That's not contact. Contact on the right. Contact on the left. And then we're going to do BABIP. How well are they at getting the ball into play rather than striking out, rather than fouling out, rather than getting thrown out at first base from a ground ball. These are actually stats, I believe, developed by Bill James, who basically changed baseball. He changed the national pastime in the United States. He changed it, turned it upside down on its head completely. Because 40, 50 years ago, maybe not even that long, he went in and said, look, I'm going to start tracking things like, how often does a batter get the ball into play? How often does he get a hit? Be it a home run, excuse me. And you know what, actually, I'm not going to get into too much of that because I don't know exactly. I know it means the batter ball in play. That's what BIP means. But how often does the batter actually get the ball into the field of play? I'm going to go with I. So you got right, left, right, right, left, right, left. You want to go with power. Man, just all of a sudden, my throat has decided I don't want to play. So, trying to find out who our best batter is. I think generally speaking, you're going to hit. Let me do this. I'm going to move these over here. Be nice if you could just put an empty. I don't know if you can. I haven't tried it yet. Just an empty line there to kind of delineate. Contact right, contact left, BABIP right, BABIP I, gap, power. Gabers left, right. Okay, so if we click here on run field, he probably is our best hitter. He probably is our best hitter, even though he doesn't have a ton of power against righties. So we'd probably want to put him we'd probably want to put him into our 4 slot. So now right away I have to well, let's see what the game wants to do. Update all depth charts lineups with manager W. Schaefer. Okay, since our this is probably where our gap power, home run power, Hunter Goodman. So these probably top 5 guys right here are going to be where our offense comes from right now. Because you see down here, these guys are going to take a lot of, well, they're not going to take a lot of walks. They don't have very good eyes. And our top 3 gap power hitters are right here. They also have the best contact in the team, except for Rumfeld and Sullivan. They're also some of our best power guys in the team. Only Hunter Goodman is better than them. That's versus righties. Now versus lefties. Let's see, versus righties, Rumfeld, Moniak, Sullivan, Beck, and Castro. Goodman, Esco, Tovar. Now, see, we might be looking at just playing almost a completely different lineup against left-handers. Yeah, so see, so my manager who has set the depth charts and the lineups, because I'm the general manager, he's got Jake McCarthy leading off against right-handed pitchers. He is a 50, about average is what 50 would be on all these stats. He's got a little bit of gap power. Jordan Beck is got 65 on stealing, or McCarthy's got 70 on stealing. So basically, I guess the idea is you have your starting batter has good contact, good BABIP, because you want him to get on base. So when he's on base, he can steal. He can steal second, and then that way the next batter comes up and they've taken away the double play. So now this batter cannot hit into a double play if this batter successfully steals second base. That's the thinking anyway. That's the strategy. I'm going to be signing off here in a few minutes, but I think I'm just going to let my manager do some of this stuff for now. The screen offers a full overview of all of the team's rosters. The legend for symbols on the screen can be found here. Okay, there's the legend down here. Where is my... I want to look at staff. Yeah, personnel. The team personnel screen will list all personnel in the current organization. If a position in your organization is listed as vacant, you can fill it with personnel listed on the available personnel screen. You can reach that screen directly by clicking on the vacant position. If you control the team, you can offer extensions to all expiring minor league personnel via this drop-down. Okay. So we have a bunch of minor league teams. So in American baseball, you have a major league team. There's only one major leagues. There's 30 teams. And each of those teams have multiple minor league teams based on the ratings A, AAA, AA, single A plus, A complex league, a Dominican, so this would be Dominican Republic, rookie league, and looks like they have 2 of those leagues there. So what T-Clev has said is that you want your these guys to have certain ratings in your minor leagues. Like, for example, Pedro Lopez, he's the manager of the Colorado Rockies AAA minor league team. He has an excellent reputation. However, what's the next thing? We're kind of jumping ahead right now. Says all minor league pit and hitch coaches should have better or equal to good so handles development, influences mechanics, and at the major league level, handles aging. You want that to be good. And he's average. So I would say that I believe the rankings would go from probably excellent to good to average to poor to very poor, something along those lines. So he doesn't even meet the baseline of what would be good for this team. My manager, Warren Schaefer, he handles development good. He's only average in influencing mechanics. So like in Football Manager, you'd have a player kick the ball. Well, there's certain physical mechanics that are involved in kicking a ball or catching a ball if you're a goalkeeper, or tackling, or whatever the case may be. So it's the same thing in baseball, the sport of baseball. There are certain mechanics that batters have for hitting a ball, bunting a ball, certain mechanics that pitchers have for throwing a ball. Different pitchers, different mechanics. Different pitches, different mechanics, like fastball, curveball, slider, whatever ball, whatever pitch you're pitching is going to have a little bit different mechanics. And so that's what this is in how well do they influence the mechanics of players on the team. Now, handles aging, I'd say that's pretty good. So you want your major league manager, the manager of your major league team, the team that you're actually playing, you want them to have good, and then probably good is best, but average is okay also. This is like more like a tiebreaker than you wouldn't say no if this guy was good. You wouldn't say no because he's poor on handling aging, or just okay or fair. So he doesn't even meet the test of being good, or even just fair. And that's a problem because all of these things influence the game. All of these things. They have an impact on the game. See, his reputation is fair. I mean, just Colorado. This is why one of the reasons why they're not very good is because they just have a poor coaching staff. Poor coaching. I did want to look though at one more thing. Assess the roster. So let's go back to organization, front office, salaries. I forget there's a second line of menus here. So Chris Bryant's a big problem. Okay, I'm coming. Chris Bryant's a big problem for the Rockies because he's their highest paid player and he's injured all the time. He's got chronic back soreness. He's going to be out for 3 months. The regular season starts in a month, so he's going to be out the first 2 months of the season, and he's probably going to come back. He's going to get injured again. Something I've seen in games that I've seen players look at how old they are. Look at how old they are. I guess it takes a lot for a young baseball player to develop into a player that can play in the major leagues. Whereas in football, you get these young kids, 18, 19, 20 years old, that can come in and be excellent. So, I mean, I know Estevao just got injured, and I hope it's not a long-term injury because that kid is really good. And he's, what, 19 years old, 20 years old? These guys are all old. And I've noticed that in these games. They're all like upper 20s into their 30s and even 40s. So, yeah, we're paying him $27 million a year to be injured. And it's been that way historically. So, so basically he says, look at your highest paid players and, possibly like Kyle Freeland, not a very good pitcher. Try to move some of these guys on. Who look at contracts, who's expiring? Jose Quintana, he's expiring at the end of the year. These guys, who's locked down and holding us back? Chris Bryant is definitely holding us back. And in general, I just made this own note to myself, try to get younger. Try to get younger. Because, 34 with chronic back pain. Okay. That's not out of the realm of possibility, even for just your average person on the street. But this guy is a Major League Baseball player. There's no way he's going to be able to get around with chronic back soreness. If you're in a win now scenario, we're not. We're in a rebuilding scenario. But if we could get rid of Chris Bryant, and I don't think we can because you can't trade injured players. So let's go up here. We're going to do this. We're going to save this game. And we're going to go out to the main menu if we can. It won't. No, it shows up as a game I can load. Okay, that's what I wanted to look at because I know it might have been on my laptop that I was playing this, but I tried to load a game in here, Colorado Rockies yesterday that I had started up and it wouldn't let me. So I just I thought I had a game in here. Let's do another save because, I don't trust computers. Okay, that's going to do it for me, everybody. Thanks for watching. Got to go pick up my daughter after school. It's our weekend. So we're happy about that. And who knows? I'll probably come on later just to do a little bit of maintenance stuff over on YouTube. And I probably am going to start another save. I wonder if you can transfer save games between computers. I'll have to look that up because I want to try playing and maybe just put it on a thumb drive. Try playing like the Mets. The New York Mets, they've been a mess for a long time. And they were one of my favorite teams back when I was younger. So that's going to do it for me, though. Thanks for watching. And wherever you are in the wide world, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night, put yourself in a position to be blessed and be blessed. Proverbs 3, verses 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We'll see you later.